So you and I put a video on YouTube a few months ago of us planting this sweetheart lychee tree.
Right.
That was in a 25-gallon pot.
Yep.
We planted them here, and I'll put the video link on the screen right now. If you click right there, you can check it out. And this is him about 6 months later.
Yes.
And he's been through a lot of tumultuous weather.
It's been a dysfunctional summer for the lychee.
Because he had a mesquite tree fall on him.
Right.
Like all this tree got hit in a monsoon wind and crushed him. I dug him out and he survived. He's still alive, putting out some good growth. And what do you think about the state of this tree? It's September, first week of September.
Right.
So as he goes into the nicer weather of the fall, I'm sure he'll become much healthier.
Oh yeah. This tree probably excites me the most in your yard because lychee are difficult to grow. They're up there with avocado and such.
Okay.
And summer is the hard time for them, not the winter.
Okay.
So
really?
the fact that this looks nicer than it did when we planted it.
And we had a hot summer.
We had a hot summer.
This summer.
Yeah, it was pretty dry. So this looks nicer than when we planted it.
Okay.
And that makes me feel really good. A lot of dark green growth, very little burn at the tips, good structure. It survived the monsoon, it survived the falling mesquite. Good. I've
been watering him with pond water. I've been putting your tree food in him, the in-ground food and the time-release food.
Right.
And also doing the foliar feeding twice a month on the leaf.
And you've been watering 3 times a week?
I would say 2 to 3 times a week. And if it's, I will adjust it if it's going to be a hot week. If it's a really hot week, like 115 plus, I might do 3-4 times a week.
So you're keeping it hydrated?
I am.
And that's the most important thing.
With a slow, deep water, but enough water that it floods the water basin.
Right, because I've been guilty of that in the past. Occasionally I'll water my lychee in my yard the same as my other trees, twice a week, once a week, and that's not good. So the fact that you've been watering him 2 to 3 to 4 times a week shows that that's the difference, because yours looks a lot nicer than mine.
Like Monday water, Tuesday off, Wednesday water, and then Thursday, Friday off, and then Saturday water, so like 3 times a week.
And real important too, notice that you're underneath the canopy of the mesquite here.
And that was your call.
Yeah. So the lychees are going to like a filtered sun or morning sun, afternoon shaded. It's not a full all-day sun here in our climate. So given that, given the water, you're keeping up, you're keeping it hydrated and keeping it fed. That's why it looks the way that it does.
And you planted them here to reduce the hot wind coming through as well.
Yeah, I was looking at the walls, the fence that you have here, and then the other trees behind, hoping that would cut down a little bit, which so far so good.
And then about a week ago, we had a crazy monsoon with like hurricane winds for a few minutes. It blew over a 60-foot tall mesquite I had here, and the mesquite is dead now, but he fell this way on top of this tree and these other trees. You can see how they're bare up top. And I called you up and said, Shamus, you gotta come over because the lychee tree is crushed by a mesquite, but it survived. I dug him out. And your only comment was, is he still in shade?
Right. That's my only concern.
You didn't even care about the health of the tree.
The humans,
still shaded?
The animals, nothing. It was the lychee. How is the lychee?
Is the lychee still alive and still shaded? So I think we chose a good spot. That was your call. And hopefully he'll grow all fall long. If you guys subscribe to our channels, Vegan Athlete channel and the Shamus O'Leary channel will show you updates as to how this guy matures and grows over the seasons, and then especially when he flowers and fruits for the first time. We'll cover that on YouTube too.
Right.